Holy Saturday if you're celebrating. Welcome to my farmhouse. Welcome into my kitchen. Let's have some lunch. Tell you a little bit about the weather today. It kind of sets up the cell. So, weather here in Pennsylvania, it's a little crazy right now. It doesn't know whether it wants to be swimsuit weather or whether it wants to be iceberg weather. Today, it's somewhere in the middle, but we've got soup. And as I like to say, I like soup every day. When I was a kid, my mom used to say, Marie Louise, simmer down. You know what that means? Simmer. Slow it on down. Relax. Put up your feet. Just let everything go to side because eating soup, you gotta go slow. And if you're gonna have soup and you're gonna savor it and you're gonna love it, you're gonna love Maggie and Mary's because if you can boil water, if you can open up a packet, if you can pour it in, if you know how to use a whisk and you can whisk it all up, and then if you could step back, relax, and let it simmer for at least 25 to 30 minutes, you have got delicious soup. So this is item M72097. It's from my dear friends, Maggie and Mary. We're going to the state of Minnesota. It is their popular 6-pack of what we're calling their pantry comfort soups. Pantry, 2 years. How about being able to go in and just grab the soup when you want it? Feature price today, $49.98 and 5 easy payments of $10. And as always, on Gourmet Holiday, all of our food here at QVC always ships free. By the way, before I go on, we're live. You're watching QVC too, Gourmet Holiday. So here are your choices. You can choose 4 different things. You can go all chicken noodle. Love that. Universal. Everybody loves chicken noodle. You can go all Roadhouse Chili, and this is 6 packages, so 36 servings for all 6 of those packages. So you can choose 6 chicken noodle, 6 of the Roadhouse Chili, or 6 of what's becoming my favorite, the Red River Valley potato. Or if you can't decide, and I'm going to say check, go for the combo because you'll get 2 chicken noodle, 2 of the Roadhouse Chili, and 2 of the Red River Valley potato. And let me tell you why I love these. Because Maggie and Mary have done all the work for you. A little bit about their story. Great friends who grew up, much like me, with grandmothers who made everything from scratch. And one thing that they particularly loved was their grandmother's soup. So they thought, how can we replicate our grandmother's soups and put it into packages where everything you need is in here, premium quality? So the chicken stock, that delicious base chicken stock, if you want to add meat to the chicken, you can, but it already has the vegetables in there, all of the herbs and spices, the same with the chili and the same with the potatoes. So being able to just simmer the water, open it up, whisk it together, let it come to a full boil, and then the secret is in the simmer. You have to let it simmer. So I'm going to go through each one of these flavors so you can decide right here. And I'm going to start with the one that's been going strong in our house this week. We've got a couple of my kids are under the weather, and I've been making a lot of chicken noodle soup. And I have to say, chicken noodle soup traditionally takes a lot of time. What's great about it, especially if you don't feel well, is you have to have a really good chicken base. A base that would be good if you took everything out of it, all of the great little round ditalini noodles, all of the vegetables, and you strained it out, and all you wanted was just that delicious savory broth. Oh boy, you've got a winner here. So this is chicken noodle, and to mine, I like to add a little bit of maybe rotisserie chicken or maybe leftover chicken that I've had in there, but you don't have to add any kind of additional bone broth or anything because it's already in here. It is nice and simmered up, and the ditalini are the little round noodles. I love those. So simmering for 25 minutes just blooms all the flavors. So that is the chicken noodle. And next to this, this is one of my husband's favorites right here. If you can see this, this is what happens to chili. And I made this with ground beef. You can use whatever you want. You can eat as is. You can go a little vegetarian if you want to and not add meat. Ground beef, ground venison, ground chicken, whatever you like, leftover pot roast. The beauty is customize these to the way you want. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, whatever you got left over in your refrigerator. But the chili, it already has the beans and the spices, the garlic, the onions, the tomatoes, everything you need in here. Most especially, you're going to want to simmer this. Love all of these soup the next day. And I'm going to show you the potato, and then I'm going to go back and show you some of the fun things that I do with all of them. This one, by the way, I cannot lie to you. This one started out in a nice big pot. Why is it down to a smaller pot? Well, because this girl was hungry. I got going on it. It is so good. This potato soup, compared to our other one, or a potato soup that you might know, is smooth and really creamy. I like to say it is velvety smooth. That means it already has the milk in here. It has the chicken stock. It has Red River Valley potatoes, which are indigenous to Minnesota. They're perfectly cooked in that simmer. So they're more melty than they are anything else, but I love this soup, and I got into it. I'll tell you what I love here. One of my little tricks here is, you can add ham or corn or clams or something into it. I like to take one of those little round cheeses that's in wax, Gouda, and put it in the bottom of a mug, and then take that hot soup and put it in there and let that Gouda cheese melt. Oh my goodness, that is so good in there. So that's just one way to do the potato soup. But let's just go back. So everybody, especially if you're just turning in, we're live. I'm Marie Louise Ludwig. It's the day before Easter or Passover or whatever it is you're celebrating. And I have an offer from Maggie and Mary Soup. This is item M72097. Feature price of $49.98, 5 easy pays of $10. And as always, shipping and handling is going to be free. You are going to get 6 packages, 6 pantry packages. So it stays in your pantry for 2 years until you're ready to use it. And you got some choices. So choose 6 of the chicken noodle, which I have right here in front of me. I've got this loaded with chicken. It smells so good. 6 of the Roadhouse Chili. Make it as it is, or add whatever meat you want to it. Look at how nice and thick this gets. This is the secret of the simmer. And you're saying to me, what? What? Did you just boil water and put a packet in and open it up and stir it up and let it simmer? Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what I did. You could do that too and have really delicious soup. Or choose 6 of the Red River Valley potato. But because I would love you personally to try all of them, and so would Maggie and Mary, because we think you're going to love all 3 flavors, choose a combo. And in the combo offer, you get 2 of each: 2 of the chicken noodle, 2 of the Roadhouse chili, and 2 of the Red River Valley potato. About 36 servings, and we're for all 6 packages come together. Great for soup and a sandwich come together. Great for soup and a salad. Great for just a bowl of soup when you just want to sit back and relax and enjoy something really delicious without doing all of that chopping and prepping and whatever, and throw what you want into it. The secret is in the simmer. You can give me about 25 to 30 minutes after you put it in that boiling water, turn it down to simmer and let it go. I promise you, you're going to get nice, rich flavor in all of these, because that's the first time that all of these flavors have come together and had a chance to bloom. So let me show you some of the fun things that I could do with this, because you can eat it as is, just as a soup, or you can do really cool things with it. So being an Ohio girl, I had myself some Cincinnati chili, a little bit of pasta. You may actually have leftover spaghetti from something. So a nice big bowl full of pasta. Down here to the Roadhouse chili, a spoon of this on the top, and look how nice and thick that is. So on top of your pasta, some of that delicious Roadhouse chili, and then we're going to finish it off with some sharp cheddar cheese, and we're going to put on some sour cream, and maybe if you want to, you can put some scallions on the top of that. And look at that. We have taken chili from a packet. We have simmered it for 25 minutes. We added some ground beef to it, and now we put it over spaghetti. Got Cincinnati chili over the spaghetti. You can also do the same thing. Put it over cornbread if you want to. It's really good over cornbread. Lots of different ways to use chili on a baked potato. You're really good there too. But I want to show you, oh, these I made last week with my Wild About bread. Did you see that? Did you see me on Gourmet Holiday last week? These are my grandma's Italian fried sandwiches. Oh yeah. If you miss me, go watch the video, because these are really, really good. Everybody wants the recipe for these. But on the side right here, I'm going to do some of my potato soup. And how about going into your refrigerator and just pulling out some things that you have? Do you have a little bit of leftover? Oh, I don't know, maybe bacon from breakfast, some bacon bits on here. Let's do a loaded baked potato soup. So starting with that Red River Valley potato soup, we're gonna put some bacon on the top. We're gonna put a little cheese on that. You see, we got kind of a cheese theme going here. And then if you want, maybe just a little bit of sour cream. So now, simply enough, making a soup, you've got your sandwich. Doesn't have to be these. You can just do a half a side sandwich or maybe just a small mixed green salad. And now you've got some soup to go with that as well. Also, one of my favorite things to do with this, I take a bread bowl. So just get one of the bread bowls from the supermarket and you just make a cut all the way around and you sort of just pull the inside of it out. Simple enough to do. And any one of these soups is great in there. I know a lot of restaurants do it, but it's pretty easy to do it yourself. So what am I going to put in here? I think I'm going to put chicken noodle in. Chicken noodle in the bread bowl. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We love that everybody's loving the combo. You are absolutely going to love these soups. I'm telling you what, I grew up on two different kinds of soups. I grew up on scratch soups and I grew up on canned soups. And I still like to make scratch soups. Don't get me wrong, and I do, but these are just so much easier here. Now, let me just show you one more thing that I've done here. A season when so many of my friends have allergies and colds and the flu and a lot of things going around. There is nothing better when you think about what can I do for somebody? A big jar and a double batch of chicken noodle soup. Look at that. And then you just grab yourself a box or a basket and look, I give them a little bit more. Oh, poppy down. Give them a little bit more. So I put 6 packages of soup in there, a loaf of homemade bread, some of my Liberty Orchard candies, and some of the poppies, coconut macaroons that are coming up as well. So it's really nice to be able to do that as well. About 100 out the door right there. That's 100 of you that are going to sit back, relax, and let things simmer. But once again, let's go through the offer and tell you what your choices are going to be. From Maggie and Mary's, my friends down in Minnesota, really great soups. If you could boil water, if you can whisk it up, if you can give me 25 minutes to 30 minutes to simmer, you have got a delicious soup, a great meal starter. This is item 72097. Quick update. In the chili, only 5 dozen. Ooh. In the Red River Valley potato, about 5 dozen. If you want the combo, we only have 100 left. Oh my goodness. And the chicken noodle, we got a good number of those. And I'm going to tell you, if you can't decide, definitely go for the chicken noodle because that stock in there is really, really good. Feature price on this today, $49.98. That's 5 easy payments of $10 and free shipping and handling on here. I'm going to tell you what, these soups, boil your water, open them up, put them in the boiling water, mix them up with a whisk. Remember this, you want to break everything up in there. Then you want to turn it down and remember that the secret is in the simmer. If you do not simmer, you are not going to get that nice, thick, rich soup. Let it simmer from package to pot to your belly with cornbread as a soup and a salad or a sandwich on the side, as a bread bowl, as a Cincinnati chili with a little bit of pasta on here, as is a delicious way to stop. You can't eat soup fast. It's not a really good idea. Give yourself time to smell the great aroma in your house. Let it simmer. Get your ladle, get a nice mug, fill it up, put up your feet and relax. You deserve it. Soup, warm, it's nourishing. It is just a bowl full of love. Oh, that side. From Maggie and Mary's, and we know that everybody loves these soups, and we thank you, and we send you lots of love for Maggie and Mary. And I think, is it time? It is time for the big deal with those delicious